It's your boy AD back with another video. Now in today's video we're gonna be doing with Naruto with the otsutsuki guide, the final part. So yes. Yeah, I know this was like kind of a short series a little bit, I guess, because like I didn't really get into Shippuden and all that stuff. Which there won't really be a Shippuden because yeah, that wasn't meant to be, I guess. But yeah, anyways. I hope you guys still enjoy the story either way. And yeah. As I've been saying, I will be like changing my schedule to like go back to the 2 days uploads. I uploaded like in like 3 days or like 4 or something, but I was doing some stuff. So yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna go and like continue the 2 day, like every upload every 2 day or so, and I might go back to the I'm probably gonna go back to the 2 series thing, like 2 series at a time upload thing. But like after this series is like after I upload this video, basically the next video I'll be uploading will be what if Naruto was Hajime's reincarnation. And I don't know what else to upload, so that's why I haven't started the second series basically. So I'm waiting for someone to tell me like something they want to see or like something like that, because otherwise I might do something. It's like what if Naruto was not what if Naruto, what if Ainz was in One Piece, but that would be unscripted, and I kind of saw it as a fanfic anyway. So I was like, I'm kind of like not wanting to do it, but yeah, it's like yeah, I'm probably I don't really want to do it, but if there's like nothing else to do, I guess I have to. But yeah, basically just comment something you guys want to see so I don't have to kind of mess up that series, because yeah. Anyways, yeah, for further ado, hope you guys will enjoy, and let's get the video started. So we start this off with Naruto waking. We left this off with Naruto. Oh yeah, actually, before I completely start, I forgot to say something. Like if you guys seen like any of my videos that I've talked about Boruto to some degree, I have said that I haven't watched Boruto. I don't really know anything about it other than the fact that it's like Otsutsuki running around, and like certain Otsutsuki like Ishiki, Kenshiki, not freaking Boshiki, Ishiki, and all them. Uh, that's basically like, the main things that I know, and like how Sasuke is like basically a deadbeat, and freaking Naruto is like the bio mode and all that stuff. And apart from that, I know like Karkin and him, and like I know some like characters like freaking Metal Lee and all that stuff, but that's like freaking it basically. So people are coming basically on the last part that I basically nerfed Kara, the Kara group, whatever. And I watched a video about it. Like one of my friends sent me a video about that, and I watched it. And basically, I did see that like I kind of nerfed them. So to that, I'm gonna say that there was like in the video there was something about like this old man that was in the Kira organization that was like helping them and stuff like that. And I'm gonna say that since this guy was like from the fourth Great Ninja War and that didn't happen, this guy wasn't Kira yet, making the other members a bit weaker and stuff like that. And it was only like the only people that were in it right now was Ishiki, the tentacle guy. I don't remember any of the names. What's her name? Delta, I think her name is, and freaking the other guy, little kid, bro. Fucking hell. Basically, mainly those two, but there's another person. I forgot his name, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. It was the guy that was like, oh my fucking gosh. It was like that guy that was supposed to be like stronger than Ishiki in his thingy, like in his not like weekend form. It's like Karma Steel 1 or some shit like that. I don't know. It was like a kid, but he got like beat up by everybody. So I was like, fuck him. But yeah, he hasn't really shown that much. as far as I could see from that video, but I'm only going based off one video and stuff like that, so don't take anything I say to like full face value. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna involve Kara or whatever it's called in like my future or this. So I'm probably just gonna put Ishiki in like OCs or some shit. But yeah. Anyways, I might actually add data because I found like a few things about her, but that's like a maybe. Anyways, for further ado, let's get this video started. So, basically, in the last part we left off with the Akatsuki beating Kara, like most of it except for Ishiki. Only and the Akatsuki basically like on their side they lost Sasui. So yeah, and afterwards, Sasuke went on to try to. After Sakura died, Sasuke went on to try to attack Naruto, which Ishiki came and beat his ass up like badly, and freaking Itachi came along with the Akatsuki was now coming over there with the Otsutsuki's newly arriving and basically getting mad seeing how Sasuke was attacking their god. So we pick this off with the Otsutsuki's looking down on the lowly humans, seeing how the human known as Sasuke Uchiha was attacking the god. As Sasuke like basically rushed over to try to attack Naruto. However, one of the Otsutsukis came right behind him and basically grabbed him in like a chokehold type shit, and like they basically chained him down. As the Akatsuki came and along with the Hokage, which not really Hokage, forget her. He's already dead from Orochimaru. Like basically the people that came was oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the invasion was happening this whole time. So yeah. Anyways, basically the people that like came to like the battle like area that was happening with like Naruto's thing is basically Itachi, the whole Akatsuki, and except for Sasui who's dead, Orochimaru like with his like broken limbs and stuff, along with the rest of the Silent Folk was just still alive. Nakohamo, freaking Kabuto, and all the Kages except for Hiruzen who's already dead, Jiraiya who was around, and Tsunade as well, who also came because she was like wandering around and ended up wanting to train the Chunin exams to do a bunch of gamblings there because like it's it's a gamble place type thing. And yeah, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much everybody that came, as they all basically came to the main fight, which is the Otsutsuki area. As yeah, this is what I'm gonna call that shit because it's basically what's happening there. It's like Otsutsuki is there right now. So yeah, anyways, as they came to the Otsutsuki area / battlefield, they ended up going on the side of kind of the Akatsuki, as basically they're like staring down Ishiki, who is basically protecting Naruto, who basically kind of like is in a trance of like he's like in a half awakened state type thing. He's basically like this, but not in his full power. So yeah, as basically the whole group started to attack with Ishiki holding them back, but he was kind of like some of them got by him, not because they were like too strong or anything, just because he was like kind of like, how do I even explain this? Like he was kind of like in a state where the other Otsutskis, like he wasn't sure if the other Otsutskis would attack him because he never like explained to everyone that he was going on a mission. So he thought that the other Otsutskis saw him as a traitor at Kaguya. So he was kind of like having to like 90% of his focus was on the other Otsutskis to not get like instantly killed from behind. So that's why the others got by, and like he's only currently fighting like Pain in his like sixth path right now, But I'm not saying that like pain in the sixth path could actually hold Ishiki back. It's just because Ishiki's like only focusing like one tiny little bit on him, and like all the rest is all the other Otsutskis. So yeah. Anyways, as this happened, the rest of the people basically ended up making it towards Naruto, where Naruto basically stopped the other Otsutskis from interfering too much, only holding down Sasuke. As Itachi, who actually walks up to Naruto with like angry eyes, with like the Mangekyo flying and stuff like that, and he would glare down at Naruto, saying how he shouldn't have done that, and like basically referring to basically being the shit of Sasuke. Well, Ishiki did it, but yeah. As Naruto would simply smile at him, looking down at him like a lowly maggot, as Naruto basically rushed forward, with Itachi using his Susanoo instantly, seeing how fast and knowing that this guy was not like weak, because the other Otsutsuki that was like way strong was, you know, basically serving him and stuff like that. So he was like, this guy is gonna be strong. So he activated his Susanoo with using the Tosca blade to like try to slash at Naruto. However, Naruto dodged and went to punch him. However, the Yadomir, was it the Yadomir shield or some shit like that? I forgot the name of that shield though. Fucking hell. Basically, the shields he has, well, that shit like it went around the Susanoo and basically making the attack be bounced back at Naruto. However, as Naruto gets blown back, he lands back on his feet fairly calmly. Fairly calmly, realizing how this thing was, you know, pushing back his attack at him. He didn't want to like overuse too much power and like basically get hit hard. So he ends up rushing back into it. However, this time around, he hits the ground, messing up Itachi's balance. However, before he could fully go on attack Itachi, like he thrust his hand forward to grab Itachi's head. However, before him, the space bent like in on itself basically, and formed like a portal, basically being the Kamui. As he saw his hand was like getting stuck into it, he pulled it back. However, before he could like jump back, he saw that over his back was attached by a bunch of spiders made out of clay, which turns out to be Deidara's clays. As they exploded, as Deidara like screamed cuts and whatnot. However, out of the cloud smoke that was formed from this, Naruto came flying out and like basically like flew straight towards Deidara and like pierced like right to his entire torso, like completely went through that shit and like basically left a giant gushing hole in that, killing him instantly. As Deidara's dead body fell on the ground, basically dead. As the other members continued to attack him, with Kakazu taking out all his hearts. However, Naruto, seeing how annoying that like the hearts were, he basically used his powers of like being a god and shit to basically crush it, like basically kind of like telekinesis type shit, and basically crushed all the hearts in one go, leaving only the will heart of Kakazu. However, he simply opened his hand and he used room, and basically the heart that was in Kakazu's chest basically actually came to him. So he basically crushed it in his hand as well, killing Kakazu at this like basically the same go. As we see basically the rest of the Akatsuki members, Conan and what's his name? Fucking hell, I forgot. Conan and Kisame were basically attacking him, with Kisame using his giant Samihada to try to absorb Naruto's chakra. However, the sword, as he absorbed some of it, it instantly exploded, feeling how overwhelming this power. Like the power just like the soldiers couldn't hold it in, as this shocked everyone there except for the Otsutsukis, including especially Kisame, as he felt the connection between him and the sword break, as he screamed out in pain, feeling how like the connection breaking shit. However, it soon turned into rage as he went on to try to attack Naruto using water bullets and so on. However, Naruto simply took that and basically like they basically like how do I really say this? Like, he grabbed his like if you seen Baki and how that one scene with like that one random ass guy that tried to like talk to Yujo, and Yujo just grabbed this guy's face and slammed him into the freaking ground. It's basically like that. He grabbed Kisame's face and slammed him into the freaking ground like a freaking ragdoll. However, his fucking like his head broke to the concrete and like exploded basically, killing him as well. As then we see freaking Josh and uh we see what's his name? Hidan coming from behind with his knife trying to like, cut Naruto as he starts to attack all over the place. Meanwhile, we see Konan using her paper like a special attack to turn the entire ground into millions of paper bombs as they open up, making a giant hole which Naruto fell to, alongside with Hidan, as she detonated it, knowing Hidan would be fine, as he's immortal or whatever. As this explosion did cause a little bit of damage to Naruto, however, it wasn't enough to be like out of commission or anything, just like some scratches and like burning off his clothes, basically, some of it. As Naruto came back out of the hole, basically launching immediately towards Conan and basically punching a hole straight through her, killing her as well. As meanwhile, we see what's his name? Ishiki had just finished with the sixth path of pain with no, not Tendo. With Obito coming out and basically taking out his eyes, as then he had made a secret alliance with basically Kabuto, where he then quickly got Kabuto to summon not Minato, the Genkaku brothers, as using this and the other tail beasts, Jinchurikis, he basically summoned the Ten Tails and quickly became its Jinchuriki. However, as we skip back over to basically Hidan, to basically see Hidan had basically like broken into millions of pieces, but one like piece, like it was like the head type shit, flew towards Naruto and landed in his hand. As Naruto saw that this human was still alive somehow. However, as he investigated it, he saw something that caught his attention, as he saw the link between this human and the other being known as Jashin. This was one of his enemies. This being known as Jashin has always tried to think that he was stronger than him, just because he was the strongest of the other gods around. He was still lower than now the Otsutsuki god. However, this being had been getting on Naruto's nerve, as he decided that it was time to get rid of this being, as he used his powers to basically like kind of like the soul, like the other path, whatever, to pull out the souls. Basically it's like that, but like instead of grabbing onto the soul, it grabbed onto the link that he had with Jashin and pulled Jashin out. This caused all the pieces of Hidan's body to flow back together and quickly form into another being. This being was Jashin, as this being basically like started to laugh, thinking that he would get a chance to kill Naruto as he was in his weakened state at the moment, like not really like half his powers or anything, just like really kind of weak right now. So he decided to try to take advantage of this and attack Naruto. As he did, he plunged his hand like into Naruto's chest. However, it only like entered the halfway, not really the whole thing. But Naruto did further and basically like he stepped back, not expecting him to attack straight away, as this Jashin like usually likes to talk about how he's gonna make everyone despair and all that stuff. As this basically, oh fuck, oh yeah, as this caught Naruto off guard. However, he was not done or anywhere near it, as he decided to start to like try to transform even more, as he tried to use the most power that he could. However, as he was doing this, unknown to him, Obito Uchiha had became the full Tentacle Shulki and start gaining control over the Tentacles fully, as he used the two Seeking Orbs and put them together, as he made a cannon out of them and basically blasted it at Naruto, as this hit Naruto from behind, sending him crashing down forward into the ground. As the other Otsutsukis looked down at Obito and were about to attack, but Naruto came out of the ground and stopped them yet again. Wanting to enjoy this battle as much as he could, as his goal had been completed after all, he could fully enjoy himself yet again, as he could fully care for his people. He could fully enjoy the thrill of battle. He could enjoy everything. Like he could fully get his emotion and everything back at this moment. As Naruto came flying out of the hole that was created from the attack, aiming and basically went straight towards Obito, as Obito made a barrier of the true Seeking Orbs. However, Naruto blasted straight to them and cut Obito like straight in half, destroying his lower half. However, the Tenta chakra quickly healed Obito back together again, as he rushed over to Naruto. Jashin, seeing this, took advantage of this, thinking he could take advantage of this human and to kill his biggest enemy, as he joined the battle as well, rushing in and kicking Naruto from behind, as him and Obito started to like basically team up on Naruto and pushing him back quite badly. As we skip about an hour or so later, with them constantly fighting with the other people from the Leaf Yakatsuki, which at this point is only freaking yeah, the other people that was there, like the other Kages, including the Sushi Kage, launching the attacks, like the Raikage would time to time try to do a lariat here and there, with Tsunade summoning the slug and shooting acid after Naruto and doing some punches on the ground, punching him to the ground and stuff like that, with Mei using the magma star and mist stuff and whatnot, and Tsuchikage doing the dust release on him, which time to time did actually hurt Naruto. However, it almost like instantly healed each time, except for right now, as we see Naruto on the ground, quite beaten, as he laid on his back, taking in deep breaths, as the other beings were there as well, but they were like on the feet, but like panting hardly, as they looked down at Naruto, seeing how he was defeated. However, Naruto laughed, realizing that something was off. The other beings quickly tried to go and attack Naruto, as they saw the fear appear on Jashin's face, seeing how Naruto's power started to rise, as all the wounds on him started to quickly close up, as then his skin started to change. It started to peel off, as it slowly peeled off. However, before the other beings could get there, Ishiki jumped in the way, stopping the other people from getting there on time, as they pushed Ishiki aside. Mostly Jashin and Obito pushed Ishiki aside to get to Naruto before anything bad could happen. However, it was too late, as Naruto's entire body glowed with a majestic light, as then it all happened. There was a ginormous explosion, like a big bang, as it basically like everything was destroyed. Like everybody's eardrums was like basically popped and shit like that. They couldn't hear anything for long 5 minutes type shit. As this basically everyone looked up to see a gigantic being. This being looked very much different, however they could see. Gosh. Anyways, as the being was formed from the explosion, as everyone could feel that this being was much, much, much stronger than the other Naruto that was there before. As they could see that this being looked similar to Naruto, however, it looked very much different from it being way bigger than the whole planet itself. As this being was like his head was all the way up in the sky. They could not even see like from his lower torso. They could not see it. As and the being was not even standing. It was just sitting down in a throne that appeared out of nowhere. As this being had similar skin to Naruto, having the weird lines on it with galaxy areas and other spots. As this being had the horns on top of his head, with the 3 eyes glowing, the 3 Jogan glowing, and it's in his eyes. As the being basically looked down at them, literally, from this like up in the like the being's head was in a like atmosphere type shit, like outside, like all the way up in space type shit. As he looked down at the lowly humans in the false wannabe god that was Jashin, trying to take him down, as the being simply laughed at their foolish attempts at reaching him, as they tried to fly up to attack it. However, the being's power alone was pushing all of them back to the point that they could not even touch him, as everything they tried, from attacking it with like Jashin's abilities, choosing orbs, anything that they tried was just simply pushed away from him, not even reaching him. Like he was just too much for them. As everyone else on the planet was literally on the ground bowing, not of their own free will, however, the power that was just simply coming off with this being requested it, no, it ordered it, as this forced them to bow down to him. As all the other Otsutsuki as well was bowing. However, it was more of their choice, even though the power was also pushing down on them slightly. However, it was much less than the other people, and they did it of their own free will. However, even Ishiki was bowing, and Kaguya as well, and Yariko, as then as then the beings started to speak. My people of the Otsutsuki planet, I have returned back in my full glory. I went and did a little bit of an experiment to gain something that had been losing at the time. I will not say what it is. However, can promise you all that I will be a much better ruler from now on. As he then went on to give like a bit of a speech to the Otsutsuki and stuff. As then he simply took, like, literally like swiped his hand down and took all the people that was like attacking him, as including like basically Itachi. He took Itachi, Jashin, Obito, Tsunade, Jiraiya, the 5 Kages, except for the 4 Kages now, I guess, and so on. As basically he started to squeeze them. However, in the last ditch attempt, Itachi, using his full power, like pulled out a full body Susanoo with a giant Kotsuka blade and managed to barely get out of the hand, with like most of the Susanoo being cracked, as he lunged down at him and did a slight cut with the sword. As due to him being put in like next to him instead of forcing it, he managed to cut Naruto. As This started to activate the Kosuke Blade's ability to seal away people, as it started to absorb some of Naoto's body. As Naoto saw this, he looked peculiarly at the blade. However, he did not seem all that worried, which did confuse uh, basically Itachi greatly, as he he watched as Naruto's like finger and stuff started to disappear into like nothingness basically. As then it suddenly stopped, which confused Itachi greatly. As then he saw it, his whole the whole blade that was in his hand started to crack and shake violently. As then it exploded, which then Naruto started to laugh as he said, "So this is it. This is the limit it has. I see." It was quite bigger than I expected it to be. As Itachi looked at him confused, as Naoto then said, "This was the blade that I created myself. It was not a regular blade." As it opened a dimension to another universe, this blade, when recorded by it, sent the other being to the other side of this dimension, you could say. As this shocked Itachi, realizing that his blade was not even his, it was for this being that he created it. As this kind of made Itachi like give up, because he had nothing better than the Tsuka blade. Like even if he tried putting in the Tsukuyomi, it would not work, as he could not even put him in any genjutsu. As everybody basically, like, we have a time skip with Naruto basically taking Earth as like his like he cleaned up the Earth basically of like getting rid of everybody that was bad there and made it kind of like a safe heaven type shit, where it's basically like his birthplace, I guess you could call it. As people, many people from all over the galaxy, not the galaxy, the universe itself, everywhere, from other universes in this one, in every like all reality itself, came and basically visited this place where the ruler of everything was born, Naruto Otsutsuki. As we have a small little shift over to a palace that was on the Otsutsuki planet, as we see Yariko Otsutsuki, who was standing on a balcony looking out with Kaguya being at her side, along with Naruto, who was just kind of sitting down inside on the throne. As Yariko looked very much pregnant, like 9 months pregnant type shit. As there was another kid that was standing right behind Kaguya, as this was Rose Otsutsuki, Naruto's daughter, the eldest daughter, that was gonna be success Naruto if he ever did, basically, retire or whatever. As this basically like they had a little chat with the daughter asking Kaguya how Naruto basically got rid of the evil of the whole universe, and to explain her the story yet again. As Kaguya laughed, with Yaiko kind of looking at her like to the side, seeing how is she gonna have to do this too. As Kaguya simply nodded as she took Rose's hand and went to like the palace to explain the story yet again. And this is where I'm gonna be ending it off. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and if you liked it or not. And for following you, I'm gonna be out for now. Peace.